Hey guys, welcome back to the Comic Book Lowdown. I'm Wellington, and I'm bringing you guys a quick review on a really cool book that now I want to get the rest of the other books. This is Hit Girl, and this is the prelude to Kick-Ass 2, and this is the second book in the 4-book series, I think it is. Yeah, the 4-book series that's coming out. The first one was Kick-Ass, then there's this being the second book, and then Kick-Ass 2 and Kick-Ass 3. A note before I get started, there might be bad language in this review, seeing as how there's bad language in the book, and I just think you need to, you can't really censor yourself when you're thinking about, or when you're talking about Kick-Ass. So, be warned. Anyways, I'm going to try to do non-spoiler. I want to give a shout out real quick to Big Will Comics, who sent me this in a contest that I won from him. It's a hardcover, and it's a really nice book. The cover is great. The story is by Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. And the book is so awesome. If you liked Kick-Ass, the movie, I haven't read the first book, but if you like the movie, this is definitely a good place to continue that. The art here is great. The writing here is very solid. I know a lot of people have kind of gotten on Mark Millar because of the Secret Service. Maybe they say that it got a little worse, and also that he puts out books very late and all that kind of stuff. This is the first work I've read from him, so I can't, attest to any of that. But from what I read in this, oh my gosh, this had great humor in it. The introduction's done by Scott Snyder. Wow, I can't talk. And this is an ultra-violent book. And, there's a lot of cursing, there's nudity in it, there's a lot of killing. You can even just tell by the cover, Hit Girl covered in blood. This is not for kids, mature content, it says right there. And yeah, the book opens up with one of the superheroes that is kind of inspired by Kick-Ass and, Daddy or Big Daddy and Hit Girl and those people. This kid is getting killed. For information about Kick-Ass and his whereabouts, he doesn't know, as do many of the other superheroes, costume vigilantes, and the mafia or whatever, they just shoot the kid in the head and they think nothing about it. In fact, they are worried about getting the blood on their shoes more than the fact that they killed the kid, so you know that these guys aren't fucking around. And they mean a lot of business in this book. We get some Red Mist in here, and he's a tool. He's a real tool, and I'm really glad that they have the actor that plays that character in the movies. I don't know his name, I just know him by McLovin, because he played that character in Superbad. And he's perfect for the role in the movies, because he's like the same guy in the book, honestly. There's a lot of really funny things in this book. With Kick-Ass and Hit Girl, the way they talk to each other, a lot about comics, really, and I thought that was a really cool thing that, and they don't talk about just Marvel or just Mark Millar stuff, even though there's stuff about that I'll get to in a second. But they talk about, DC, they talk about Marvel, they talk about, Batman, Spider-Man, any superhero. This is not in any kind of like Marvel continuity, I guess, or something, that Batman and Spider-Man exist as comics in a comic, so it's kind of funny to think about that. But yeah, they one of the funny parts in this is because in this book we get Hit Girl training Kick-Ass to be a better fighter, while Kick-Ass is to teach Hit Girl how to be a better, regular tween girl. And so there's this point where, and this will be a spoiler, because I thought it was just so funny. There's a point where Hit Girl's training Kick-Ass, and they go on like in disguise, undercover type deal, into a bad neighborhood where they're about to get mugged, and Kick-Ass just starts whooping ass, whooping all these muggers' asses, and except for one guy who tries to escape, and I will show you in a second that the disguises that they're using are very formal clothes. They're like, suits and dresses and things of that nature. And as Kick-Ass is whooping all these muggers' asses, one guy tries to escape, and Hit Girl, she just pulls out this little hammer that she calls Mjolnir, of course, as we know, Thor's hammer, and she just chucks it at this guy and nails him in his head. Oh my gosh, and I'll show you guys it. She pulls it out there, and then she just chucks it, and of course you see, all the language and all that kind of stuff. And Kick-Ass is just whooping these dudes' asses, getting in that ass really hard. And there's a lot more funny things that happen in this. We get Hit Girl. She's trying to fit in with the girls in her class, in her school, and they think of her like as a tomboy. They pick on her, they bully her, but she can't ruin her secret identity by fighting these girls and pretty much brutalizing them in school for everybody to see. And so what she does is that she kind of takes care of the main girl in a pretty cool way that I won't disclose, but it's really cool. If you remember from the movie, or of course you read the books, then you probably know this. There's a guy named Marcus who's the black detective that worked alongside of Hit Girl's biological father, and in this, he's now married to Hit Girl's mom, and he's her stepdad now. So we get a lot of cool stuff dealing with him. He's very protective of the family, and he knows Hit Girl is Hit Girl. He knows Mindy McCready. He knows her double life. He's pretty much making her stop, but she needs to handle her own business first. And this is one point where he's trying to and this will be another cool spoiler, but not anything really major. At this point, he's trying to stop Mindy, Hit Girl, from being Hit Girl anymore. So he's saying that he's gonna lock all her comics in the basement until she's 18. And if you look at the comics in this box, what do we have? The Secret Service right in the front, and pretty much just a photocopy of it. Not redrawn or anything, just the actual picture of it, of the issue, one of the issues, right in the front. And they do another angle where he kind of he kind of puts in another one of his comics that I'm not familiar with. So he definitely promotes himself in this book, Mark Millar, the writer. And but I got a chuckle out of that. There's a lot of good laughs in this. There's a lot of action in this, and the story is great. It's got me really excited for Kick-Ass 2, the movie, also the book, and it definitely sets up Kick-Ass 2, the movie, from what we've seen in trailers, and I know they'll touch up on it in the movie at the start of the movie, bring those of us who haven't read the second book up to speed, and we'll be all good in the movie. But if you want to see the in-between things from Kick-Ass 1 and 2 that maybe they don't show in the new movie that's coming out, definitely pick up Hit Girl. It's a great book, 5 issues. The price on the back for the hardcover is $24.99, and it's just an awesome book. Check out the back. More violent. Kick-Ass features in this, but the title is Hit Girl, and we follow Hit Girl. She's definitely a cool character in this book. And so, yeah, all the characters in here are very well written. The art in here suits the material very well, and it's just Awesome. So that's really it for my review. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tackle the rest, or start tackling my what to read pile because it's getting up pretty high. I might read my new comics. Maybe not actually. I might just read the Bartman trade so I can get all the trades out of the way and review that. But yeah. So that's it for my review, and that's it for me today. I'm Wellington signing off with a comic book lowdown, and I'll see you guys next time.